Hi everybody, welcome to Milgat Farms. My name's Kevin, along with my beautiful wife Emily. We're the proud owners of Virginia's only USDA certified organic maple syrup farm. Today we're working on our mainline, how can I put it? Self-inflicted problem. I was pulling down an upright, holding my mainline up, and it slipped, hit a barb, broke it. Let me show it to you. This is the barb. It slipped, it broke it off. I cannot repair it, so I'm gonna have to cut this, move the sleeve down a little bit, and then re-weld this. It's gonna take us about 30 minutes. Let's get going. I've done this before in various spots without this tool, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this tool is a ticket. Without it, this takes a whole lot longer. The way this tool works is we need to get it under here and clamped onto the main line. Let me try to pull this thing up. That is not working. There we go. So what we want to do is we want to get it clamped onto the main line. All right, got it clamped in. We're gonna loosen our clamps on one side only. I say that, I think I'm tightening them. So the clamp is loosened, not enough on the other side though. These clamps are gonna remain on here. Oh, I hope I brought my tool. Yeah, that's gonna work. Unusual day, guys. I have most of my tools with me. A lot of times I end up having to go back down to the mountain and get them. Since we got the hole approximately right here, I'm gonna cut right at the edge of the hole. Now, before I do that though, better put a little tension on it. Okay, got a little tension on it. What I mean by that is I'm pulling it together. Now, go ahead and cut the line. Let me see, yep, there we go. Do a little twisty when you're cutting. Makes that knife go in a little bit easier, especially when you have an old tool like mine. Almost done. Okay, separated. With that being said, we're gonna cut this off right here. Given the fact that this is a stainless steel fitting, I'm not terribly worried about it. I'm a little worried about cutting myself though. If this were a plastic barb, I'd be really concerned. I wouldn't be doing this. With stainless steel, this will work pretty well. I'll say that. So with stainless steel, guys, it's fairly easy to make that cut and not worry about messing up the barbs. There we go. Oh, look at that, guys. We got water moving. Now, the next thing we need to do is we got to draw this thing together, but we need to heat up the one side, which is the downhill side, so it'll slide up on the barb much easier. We don't want to heat it a whole lot, just a little bit. We want to evenly heat it up. As we get a little closer, we're going to run it up. There we go. Continue with a little bit of, let me see. Nope, we got to back it up a little bit. Okay, we're ready to go forward. Now we're going to heat again. Now this is the part where you got to be pretty quick because it's getting warm and it will cool off very quickly. So we got to get it in. Oh, let me back up. Hold on, guys. I'll tell you something that we should have done. Sorry about that, guys. No, there goes that thing again. I'm an idiot. All right. Now, you can try to jam this thing on, and I forgot about this, or you can chamfer the inside edge, meaning on this pipe right here, that is a 90-degree cut, so you've just got a squared off cut. You take a knife, put it on the inside, just edge it out a little bit. It's called chamfering. Do that, and this thing will slide on a little bit easier because you've basically created a ramp for it. That's all I'm doing. Just taking just a little bit off on the inside. Oops. It doesn't take much. Just enough to create that ramp. Okay. Now that we got that done, back to heating. Let's get it a little closer. I don't want to be right at it because I don't want that water going in there cooling off what I'm working with. There it goes. Now that it's started, I want a little bit more heat. I'm not talking a lot. All we're trying to do is get it a little softer. Okay? You gotta work kind of fast. Okay. While you still have your clamp on, that's when you want to go ahead and put your hose clamps onto it, okay? So you got your red clamp still on this thing. Did I do that? I did it backwards again. I did it again backwards. All right. I like to have my clamps a little offset. I feel like that clamp's better. Don't wrench it down super tight. You might strip your clamp. All right, clamp is where it needs to be. All we gotta do now, there we go. So the repair to this is done. Next, we're gonna weld this guy back onto the main line. I'll show you how to do that too. There's a couple of ways to make a connection to a main line. In years past, people used saddle valves, and I think they've worked for decades. Nothing wrong with them. To me, this is a better option. It is virtually leak-free. Once this is welded onto here, not this one, but a new one, once this is welded on, it isn't gonna come off unless you hit it with something really big like I did. Aside from that, it just doesn't come off very often. I've had trees fall on it, limbs fall on it. Nothing much has ever happened. But you do gotta have a special tool to play this game. All right, this is CDL's plastic welding tool. It's a Spinseal. We need a couple of parts to pull this off. One of which is gonna be a 3/16 inch barb. Let me grab that puppy, or a 5/16 inch barb. This tool requires a 20-volt DeWalt battery. Put it right on in there. There it goes. We got our little barb. I'm gonna show you how that's gonna go on. So here's our Spinseal. It's gotta fit up inside of here. And you'll understand why it's called a Spinseal here in just a minute. It's gonna sit up in there. Get it in there, fit it right. It's not hard to do. It should just go right on in. There we go. So it's gotta be seated all the way up inside of that, okay? There we go. Make sure it's seated. There's two little barbs on either side. It's got to be seated in there. You take your device or your tool. You're going to clamp it on. Where everything's going to clamp, that's where it's going to go. So you can see where the barb is where it's going to get welded directly to it. In fact, I'm going to shift it up just a hair. I don't like, yeah, that'll work. That'll be okay. So right now, I've got it exactly where I want it. I'm clamped on. I'm looking at my counter. I'm gonna hit my green button and then it's gonna go to town. Maybe not. I didn't see a puff of smoke. I'm gonna wait. It's telling me countdown 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That means it's all done. I'm gonna give it another couple of seconds. All right, pop it off. Now, come on. There we go. That is how you do it. So you can see this thing is on here. I can try to pull it off. It's not coming. Now what you can't see is that when it welded, it's a solid piece right now. So I've got to open up this hole, trim off the outside edge. We're gonna do that with this tool right here. It's gonna go right on in, and actually check this out. You could actually do this by hand, but I'm gonna set it in my chuck. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. When you initially set your tool up, you wanna make sure that you don't poke through the backside. Then you got a new problem to fix. Just take it in nice and slow. That's it. Whoops, and I just dropped it out of my chuck. Darn it, now I got water stuff all over it. Next part of the repair, we're just gonna trim the barb. The last thing I wanna do is cut myself. Put a little pressure on it. Okay. All we have to do is we cut it. I licked it a little bit. Now I'm gonna let it go right up on there. That was an easy repair. Really, that was a much easier repair than I thought it would be. Neither of which would be an easy repair without the proper tool. So basically, guys, that's how you fix stupid or a stupid mistake. I want to thank, guys, thanks a lot for watching our videos. We really appreciate it. We hope you enjoy them as much as we enjoy making them for you. Come back often. Consider giving us a thumbs up. And until next time, God bless you guys. Super easy repair.